Hey, all right. So we are going to get started. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me very well. I do apologize because I have some issues with my voice today. So hopefully, I can power through this before I completely lose it. But I've got my thieves lozenges and my Young Living tea. So we will power through this and hopefully make this a great webinar. So I'd love for everyone to grab an oil. Today I'm gonna do cedar wood. That way I can hopefully stay on topic and help me stay focused for you guys. Just a couple drops. And hopefully my voice will stay positive. And I apologize, my 14-year-old dog is in the background and she thinks that she has to constantly have snacks. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's get this going here. Let me get my content. It's not doing my screen share the way I wanted it to, but we will get the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so let me take a sip here. Okay, so I'm glad you guys came out today. For those of you that don't know me, I am Tiffany Roberts. I'm also known as the Oily Doc. I have a master's degree in nutrition. I'm a certified functional medicine practitioner. I'm currently working on my PhD. I hold many certifications in aromatherapy, including aromatic phytochemistry. My husband and I have a holistic clinic in Prairie Village, Kansas, named Back to Nature Lifestyle Medicine. I am a mom of a beautiful 3-year-old. I'm a stepmom of 3 other kiddos and 2 fur babies. I'm currently working on writing several books, and my goal is to educate and to get as many people free of chemicals that I can. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to put in a thieves cough drop just so I don't lose my voice. All right. So this is a pretty meaningful topic for so many people, and I'm excited to share with you what I have learned. I've struggled my whole teenage life with endometriosis. When I turned 22, I had a cyst burst. I struggled with incredibly low energy, and I begged my doctor to run blood tests for me, and she would always say, "You're anorexic," because I was around 95 pounds at that time, and I ate all the time. Finally, I got her to run a blood test, and my TSH was low, on the low end of normal, and she considered that good, but that was not good for me. That was not a good enough answer. To me, that was too low. This is when I started to look for alternatives because I knew the answer was not going to be in the conventional model. So for the past 17 years, I have compiled lots of information. Let's go ahead and dive in, and let's start simply. What is a hormone? Well, a hormone is a regulatory substance in an organism and transported to tissue fluids such as blood to stimulate specific cells or tissues into action. Both plants and animals have hormones. Plants have hormones that influence our sexual and reproductive behaviors, blood sugar, energy, mood, water homeostasis, and stress responses. So the rate limiting step in the production of sex steroids is the conversion of cholesterol to pregnenolone. From pregnenolone, progesterone can be made by other enzymes. From progesterone, there are 3 different pathways that lead to different byproducts. First, progesterone can be transferred into cortisol, which is your stress hormone in the body, or into DHEA. DHEA is the most abundant hormone in the body, and it's further converted into testosterone, which is then converted into estrogen. So cholesterol is converted to pregnenolone, and pregnenolone can be can go into progesterone, and progesterone can then go into cortisol, aldosterone, or DHEA. And then the DHEA, it can go into testosterone and then into estrogens. This is a simplification of the system because it omits the many intermittent steps but you kind of get the gist of that. I tried to make it as simple as possible. To support the reproductive hormone health, there are a variety of supplements that can either directly feed into the system, such as those with DHEA, pregnenolone, and plant-based progesterone. Plants also have hormones, and some of these can mimic the natural role of hormones in the human body. Therefore, herbs are often used and given to boost the endocrine system. Sorry, guys. We're not going to talk about the disease part of that tonight, but we do know that there are certain hormones that are critically important throughout different terms of our life. So for example, estrogen, as you see in the light blue, is very important around the time of fertility for women. Progesterone, seen in the orange and red color, is very important towards the end of the menstrual cycle when the body is ready to become pregnant. Progesterone is also the hormone of pregnancy, and normal pregnancy cannot happen without progesterone. So in fact, progesterone and estrogen levels soar during pregnancy and then rapidly decline right after birth. I'm going to take a sip here. Okay. So in men, the hormone situation is a bit simpler than women, obviously. Men initially are passed on a bit of testosterone from their mom following birth. Then testosterone levels, as you can see, they are at their lowest during childhood. They rapidly rise around the time of puberty and peak in the early mid-20s and then gradually fall throughout the rest of their life. While they do not reach as low of a level as the beginning, as they did in puberty, but they do get quite low. DHEA follows a very similar pattern to this one, with levels declining in both men and women starting in the mid-20s. Okay, so these charts help us to understand that when we need certain supplementation, if you are in a time where you're hoping to conceive, it may be a time to help support more of the estrogen or the testosterone side of that system. If you are pregnant or towards the end of your cycle, you may choose to support with progesterone side of that cycle. During menopause, when we know that progesterone levels fall quickly, and we may choose products that support optimal levels, estrogen can wreak havoc because levels change so rapidly during pregnancy. So using plant-based estrogen, it may be helpful to stabilize those levels. I do want to bring up a very important part here. The bioidentical hormones that are a new fad can be dangerous. Even though they say bioidentical, if you take them yourselves, you are now exposing everyone that you come in contact with, called passive transfer. This estrogen is now transferring to your husband and your children. Have you ever guys wondered why the men's prostates are on the rise, those prostates issues? Why are men not manly anymore? Everyone is on bioidentical hormones, and those estrogens are affecting our loved ones. So we will discuss the alternatives for this evening. Another point that I want to bring up is that There are many factors that go into hormone health. The supplements that I will be discussing tonight are from Young Living. I do not recommend that you start any supplementation without first being checked or tested by a natural medicine physician. Hormones are very tricky, and that can be quickly altered in the wrong direction if you don't really know what you're doing. Plus, there could be other factors such as underlying infections causing your hormonal imbalances. Okay, so I just want you to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's start with the simplest of all hormone support products. This is the PD-8020. PD-8020 only contains 2 ingredients, pregnenolone and DHEA. And it is 80% pregnenolone and 20% DHEA. This is a powerful supplement because it feeds straight into the hormone system. One of the most common questions about hormonal support is, how do I know if I need support? Well, it is a good idea to consider going to get your hormone panel, like I just said, and that kind of gives you an idea. So if you're going to, supplement directly into a hormone pathway, it may be nice to see if they've missed something before you begin. I say that because none of these supplements are benign. They are very potent. As you know, with Young Living, everything is potent and can influence our hormonal levels. For example, DHEA has been shown to increase testosterone levels and therefore should be used with caution in people with polycystic ovarian syndrome or in women who have already had signs of high testosterone. Progestins Plus is another one. And this is the one I was talking about as a replacement for bioidentical hormones. Young Living's most popular personal care product is Progestins Plus. Progestins Plus is not an essential oil. It is a serum containing fractionated coconut oil, vitamin E, and essential oils such as frankincense, bergamot, and peppermint. It also contains wild yam extract. Wild yam extract comes from the inedible Mexican yam, and it gives the sopanin diogenin. I don't know if I said that right, which is structurally very similar and very easily converted into progesterone, and it is actually used as a starting product of the very first birth control pill. Data about the use of wild yam was mixed conclusions on how well it works. We know that if it is safe to use on the skin, and that progesterone is more available for use in the body when applied to the skin versus taken by mouth. So it doesn't have to get broken down by the digestive system. But studies conclude that wild yam has subtle effects in balancing hormones. Even though the evidence is not great, the stories that women tell about progestins are profound. Given a good safety data and the stories, the serum is great to use if you would like to become pregnant or between ovulation and menstruation, as this is when the progesterone levels are naturally high in women. This one can also help to support a normal transition through menopause when progesterone levels naturally fall. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Oops, sorry guys. Gosh, let me get back to where we were. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Supplements containing wild yam extract may carry a warning with Proposition 65 in California that states that progesterone, like the medication medroxyprogesterone acetate, can cause cancer and reproductive toxicity. However, reproductive toxicity has not been shown to occur with progesterone derived from wild yam, but the warning includes wild yam extract because it is structurally similar. Ugh, It's not the same, but it is the same, I guess. Okay, cortisol. When the body is under stress, the body produces cortisol, and current high levels of cortisol can throw off the body's inflammatory process, your thyroid function, and your metabolic function. In addition to DHEA and pregnenolone, cortisol contains phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylcholine. Phosphatidylserine is a key building block of cell membranes, and it ensures appropriate cell signaling and helps your cells know when it is time to die. One study concluded that phosphatidylserine may be valuable in ensuring a healthy stress response and support a healthy aging. Phosphatidylcholine is also a component of cell membranes, and it is a vital substance found in every cell of the body and may support healthy aging as well. Cortisol is the first of many supplements to contain black cohosh. Black cohosh contains isoflavones. Flavones have been shown to support a normal transition through menopause, and trials have shown black cohosh to be safe in daily use for at least 1 year. There are some safety warnings for black cohosh. First, it is unknown safety in women who have had cancer, so many women choose to avoid it. It also interacts with some common medications used to treat depression and nausea. So if you know any of those, you might want to get tested again before you start taking it. Okay, Femogen. Femogen provides support for the female reproductive system from youth to menopause. It contains amino acids such as L-cysteine hydrochloride, L-cysteine, L-carnitine, and L-phenylalanine. Cysteine and cysteine are precursors to detoxifying molecule glutathione, as well as important sulfur donors in the body. They also support normal enzyme function and normal function in series of very important enzyme reactions. If one is not working properly, then the entire system is at risk. Carnitine is critical for energy production in the body, and it plays roles in detoxifying waste products from the body. Phenylalanine is an amino acid that cannot be synthesized by the body and must be obtained in the diet through food we eat. So this one is critical for the production of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Dopamine is a reward hormone, and it is important for producing normal sex desire. And norepinephrine and epinephrine are important for normal sexual desire and sexual activities. In addition to the amino acids, there are several herbs like black cohosh, fleabane, and damiana. Fleabane has been used by many different cultures as traditional herbal supplement. Damiana is an herb found in the Americas and primarily used as an aphrodisiac. It is known to contain many phenolic compounds to support optimal health. Damiana may interfere with blood sugars, so if you have diabetes, be sure to check your blood sugar regularly. So Endogyze, though marketed to support normal endocrine function in women, Endogyze can be taken by both men and women. It contains a high level of B6 and the natural balance of prolactin. Prolactin levels are too high. If they're too high, this can lead to a decreased sexual desire. B6 also is a key ingredient for proper production and function of estrogen and testosterone. Endogyze contains ashwagandha root, which is one of the most common herbs in Ayurvedic traditions to support male reproductive system. It helps maintain balance of energy levels for physical performance and endurance. Ashwagandha root helps boost stamina and enhance sports performance. When prepared with physical activity, it sustains energy levels, strength, and vitality. It can help support healthy muscles, increase muscle size and strength, and enhance muscle tone at the rate of muscle recovery in men. Sorry, guys. Okay, better yet, ashwagandha doesn't have many of the side effects as the physical performance enhancers, so it promotes a balanced sense of energy and calm, mental clarity, concentration, and alertness. It can help give a healthy response to everyday stress, overall fatigue, and it can also help support the normal antioxidant and immune processes. It also contains L-arginine, and arginine is converted into nitric oxide in the body, which is a key component to normal sexual function in men. The epimedium in Endogyze is also shown to enhance nitric oxide function. Endogyze also contains Long Jack, which supports healthy testosterone levels in both men and women by kicking testosterone off its plasma-binding protein and makes it more available for use. So next there is Maria Puama, which has been traditionally used as an aphrodisiac for both men and women. A study of the combination of Maria Puama and ginkgo biloba are examined in healthy pre- and post-menopausal women, and after 1 month of treatment, women reported more interest in sex, having more sex and orgasms, and higher satisfaction in their sexual life. Similar to cortisol, it contains phosphatidylcholine, which is a binding block for cell membranes, and DHEA, and the most abundant hormone in the body. Okay, so PowerGize. PowerGize is a newer supplement from Young Living, and it has a lot in common with Endogyze. They have overlapping ingredients like Long Jack, Morama Puma, and Epimedium, but PowerGize has a premium ashwagandha root extract called KSM 66, and as well as B6. So unique to PowerGize are ingredients like tribulus, which you can get from Standard Process, which has been studied for its ability to support physical activity and sexual function in men. Okay, so prostate health. Another product that is great for the guys is the Prostate Health. Prostate Health is uniquely formulated for men concerned with supporting the male glandular system and maintaining healthy, normal prostate function. I gotta get a drink, sorry guys. Okay, sorry. Prostate Health is an essential oil supplement featuring powerful saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil. And these ingredients are known to help support a healthy prostate gland. Saw palmetto extract may decrease the effectiveness of estrogen products by reducing estrogen levels. So if you are on a bioidentical, I would probably get your man on this Prostate Health. However, it can interfere with birth controls and can contain estrogen. That can contain estrogen as an active ingredient. So he can also interfere with your your estrogen as well. Saw palmetto extract can sufficiently slow down blood clotting, so stop taking saw palmetto at least 1 week before surgery. Pumpkin seed oil supports prostate health and normal function of prostate, and it is great for healthy hair in aging men. Estro. Drink. Okay, estro is the only tincture that we are going to cover tonight. Excuse me. Tinctures are great because they are concentrated forms of herbs. This one contains black and blue cohosh. Wow, sorry guys, my voice. While many supplements that support normal transition through menopause contain black cohosh, the data is very good to show that it can also support a healthy attitude during menstruation. Black cohosh can support a normal inflammatory process, which can also be useful during menstruation. Blue cohosh may be dangerous during pregnancy and delivery, so avoid this if you are pregnant or plan to become pregnant, okay? There are a wide number of essential oils that have been shown to be beneficial in supporting healthy reproductive and sexuality. Rose, sandalwood, cedarwood, ylang-ylang, neroli, patchouli, jasmine, geranium, lavender, and even cinnamon essential oils have been prized aphrodisiacs for many years. Simply by inhaling clary sage has been shown to decrease cortisol levels in healthy women, and many women use it around the time of sex as well. Though there are no published data to support it, the use of Idaho blue spruce and goldenrod is also legendary among men in young living. So there are a few safety tips that can be restated. The first, consider having a hormone test before you begin any regimen. Also be sure to note that the drug and disease interactions, avoid blue cohosh while pregnant, avoid DHEA and ashwagandha if you have PCOS or any evidence of testosterone excess, and avoid saw palmetto if any estrogen-containing supplements or before any surgery. Okay, so essential oils that can be used during pregnancy. Essential oils can be a wonderful resource for women throughout pregnancy, labor, and delivery, and in the postpartum period. They can also be used safely and effectively with babies. Many studies have shown that the importance of avoiding toxins throughout the pregnancy period and the benefits of both mothers and newborns. Essential oils can help you to create a non-toxic alternatives to commonly used products. So there are just a few essential oils that you probably want to avoid while pregnant. However, there are no hard or fast rules. As with any use in non-pregnant individuals, essential oil usage is individualized. Just be sure that you're following the label directions. Some of Young Living's products are well known and well tolerated by pregnant women and women who are lactating. Mild essential oils. Hi, Kelsey. Mild essential oils have lavender and frankincense and may be used topically for healthy looking skin during pregnancy. Hey, and Kelsey, just let you know that this will be recorded. Yes, I think they're both blue tansy and tansy. Let me look here at your question. The Idaho tansy and the blue tansy, they're both very similar. The blue tansy has a little bit different chemical makeup, and I can get you that information if you would like in the following email when I send out the recording for this, I'll put in a note for you on the differences between those two. Okay. And you're welcome. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to grab a drink. Okay. So, pregnancy use. You can use essential oils safely in pregnancy in many, many different ways. You know, just a few examples is geranium and frankincense to help soothe the appearance of tender skin. Lavender is always very relaxing. For dietary, peppermint during, you know, discomforts, for normal digestion, helps healthy bowel movements. Ginger is always good for nausea. My daughter's favorite is Joy, and you know, it just makes her happy. So sometimes when we're pregnant, we have our little low times. So grab a bottle of Joy, and that'll give you some joyful aroma and peace and calming to help with the stress. And here is a little recipe for you for those kinkles. Oh God, I remember when I had the kinkles. They were so painful. So like I said, this will be recorded and sent to you guys. So you'll have these recipes that you can jot down for later use. And here's another one to soften up your baby bump, just to make it look a lot more, less stretch marks out there. I know I had a lot with baby girl. Okay, so during labor and delivery, essential oils have been studied in relation to labor and delivery, and it can be diffused or applied topically. They aid and comfort in the laboring mother. So always consult with your healthcare provider in the hospital prior to the use of labor, because there are some people out there that complain. Ugh. I know we get some complaints in our office, so that's why we closed our door. But there's many different oils that you can use to help soothe yourself during labor. Sorry, excuse me. Especially like in the low back area. And if you're going to, you know, have some nausea during that time, these are always great to have on hand. Here's a little, when you're packing your bag for the hospital, don't forget these. If you're going to have the traditional vaginal delivery, these are recommended. Like I said, I will also get this list for you in the email. And here's one if you're going to have a cesarean. For cesarean, you want the Valor or the Valor 2 because the baby won't be going through the vaginal area. So this will help give her or him a proper alignment after delivery, which is so very important, especially for the baby during that time. And don't forget your sample packs to give out to the doctors and the nurses, because we always want to share our oils. We want everyone to have healthy homes. Here's a postpartum essential oils. Again, Joy can definitely help with some low times. Frankincense is like always the number one, especially for skin and stretch marks. And Gentle Baby was one that I used almost every single day for Aria after her birth. And I tell you what, when I did use the Gentle Baby, I cannot tell you how quickly it worked, because it was like magic. I just put it in the diffuser and she completely calmed down. And I panicked because I was a new mom and I hadn't been buying a whole lot of oils at that time. And I didn't know that you could only have one bottle of Gentle Baby at that time per month. So That baby got stretched very far. So don't forget the umbilical cord. We want to treat that. Frankincense and myrrh always. So yeah, just put one or two drops of this mixture twice daily on the umbilical cord, and it will be awesome. And don't forget your baby's butt. Here's a little recipe for you guys on that as well. Homemade baby wipes. You don't know how many chemicals are in those wet wipes. We get organic ones right now because I just don't have time to make the baby wipes, but when she was a baby, this is definitely what we used, and it definitely makes a difference, and you don't see as many irritation on her little bottom as you did when you use the wet wipes. So I highly encourage using make your own. Also, back here at the baby butt dust, please don't use the powder, the Johnson & Johnson baby powder. That contains very cancerous products, and it can later cause ovarian cancer. So that is something that I would totally, completely stay away from. Just make your own. It's so much safer. So here are some diffuser blends to calm for restful sleep, a fussy baby, and to promote bonding with the mom and the baby. Don't forget to massage your oils on your baby. The best way to apply oils, if you are going to apply oils directly on the skin. Now, I would wait. If you're going to directly apply this, I would wait until your baby is at least, I want to say 3 months old, just because their skin's very sensitive and you don't want to have any kind of reaction. And when you do apply the oils, always use a carrier oil because, again, the baby's skin is so very sensitive. You want to use, very small amounts of essential oil with a carrier oil. I always use coconut oil just because coconut oil is also an antiseptic. So it helps with any kind of skin rash or anything like that. But at nighttime, you can always apply to their feet to help them sleep, or if they have any kind of digestive issues, or you want to keep their spine aligned, things like that. Here's another great baby foot zone. Just kind of gives you an idea of what and it really works. I do it even to today. She's 3 years old, so I still rub her feet at night, and it definitely helps her sleep a lot better. And if she's having some teething pain because they're cutting teeth, rubbing those little toes, that definitely helps. Okay, guys, I wanted to say thank you for joining me tonight. As always, I welcome all of your questions. I'm here to help you and educate you. You can check out my website at oilydoc.net. I do want to let you know that the next webinar is next Thursday, March 15th at 7 p.m. I will be talking about your toxic home and ways that you can reduce that. We're also having an ancient oils of the Bible on March 24th at 4:30. It is here in Prairie Village, but we will be doing a webinar series in April on the ancient oils of the Bible. So I will keep everyone updated on those events as well. So thank you for joining me tonight. Does anyone have any questions before we go?